Hello friends, welcome to BMH Learning. This video is regarding anti-SSA autoantibodies. Anti-SSA autoantibodies are also called as anti-Sjogren syndrome-related antigen A autoantibodies, sometimes also referred as anti-RO autoantibodies. So these autoantibodies are a type of anti-nuclear autoantibodies. Now, the most important thing about these antibodies is that they are connected to autoimmune diseases such as systemic lupus erythematosus and Sjogren's syndrome. Apart from this, they are also associated with conditions such as neonatal lupus, systemic sclerosis, polymyositis, rheumatoid arthritis, etc. The listed category of medical conditions generally affects multiple organs and are caused by autoimmune responses. So, these diseases are basically characterized by the development of autoantibodies against specific intracellular self-antigens, or more precisely, autoantigens. Now, we have two important autoantigens for SSA autoantibodies. So, the anti-SSA autoantibody mainly targets RO proteins called RO52 and RO60. These RO proteins are nothing but the very autoantigens which triggers the development of anti-SSA autoantibodies. Now, how these antibodies are useful to us? These autoantibodies are very efficient as a diagnostic tool to identify patients with Sjogren's syndrome and systemic lupus erythematosus. One more thing you must know here, anti-SSA autoantibodies most of the times are found associated with a similar autoantibody named anti-SSB. Both these autoantibodies share many pathological characteristics. Now let's talk about what possibilities and specificities can be drawn from the test diagnosing the presence of anti-SSA autoantibodies. So, as I told you initially, if the patient develops these antibodies, the initial possibility is that he is suffering from SS and SLE, that is, Sjogren's syndrome and systemic lupus erythematosus. Now, talking about the sensitivity, so we must say that this is not sensitive because it's present in 30 to 40% of patients with Sjogren's or lupus. So that means you can still have Sjogren's or lupus despite not showing anti-SSA antibodies. Regarding specificity, you should remember it's not specific. It's because apart from Sjogren or lupus, anti-SSA autoantibodies can also be developed in patients dealing with neonatal lupus, systemic sclerosis, polymyositis, rheumatoid arthritis. There is an important point coming. So, if a patient is anti-SSA positive, probability is that he would also be HLA-DR3 positive. Now, remember this point. It's kind of alarming signal. When there is a patient who is with Sjogren and at the same time is anti-SSA positive, this simply means there are increased chances of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This was all. Thanks for watching.